Welcome to free live tarot readings. How's everybody doing? It's Saturday morning. I just woke up, so I'm skipping exercising today. You know, I exercise every day for like 2 weeks with no break. Today is my day off. I'm not going to do anything today. I'm going to sit around and relax. Sit around and relax and not have any exercise today. Dr. Sword, what is up? Lisa, you're first indeed. Sailor Moon, hello. Zara, hello. Star Moon, MG, Sonali, Sanjita, and who else we got? Sushma and MG. What is going on? It is, it's one of those days. It's a relaxing day. Just sort of, take in the beauty of the Saturday. Take in the beauty of the Saturday and just relax. Brooke, how are you doing? All right. Let's see. Is anybody out there? Lisa, anybody is out there indeed. It's first time here. Well, Star Moon, welcome for the first time here. How is it going? We got 1,000 videos. Please hit that like and subscribe button. That is a lot of videos, I got to say. We got 1,000 videos to choose from tutorials to readings to anything else. So there you go. Never even got to sleep. Well, that's not good at all. That is no good at all. How does he feels about me right now? MG wants to know, how do they feel about me? Like what's going on with the feelings there? MG, let's find out. How does he feel about you? Sunshiny day, welcome. How are you doing? So good to see you. All right. Let's see. How do they feel about you? We'll go over to the Tarot Tower. If you have not seen this, by the way, this is the Tarot Tower. It holds 50 decks of cards. You can actually expand it to 80 if you want. But yeah, so Tarot Tower, we got a ton of cards. I got a video on how to build this in the video section. So if you want to know how to build your own Tarot Tower, you can make it, and you can be a geek just like me. You can be a geek just like me. Blah, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. How are you doing this morning, Blah? It is early morning up in here in Texas. It is 6:30 a.m. 6:30 a.m. Dr. Sword, thank you for your donation. Let's check out a week ahead. Before that, let's see how they feel about me. Do they feel good about you? Do they feel bad about you? 8 of Swords, a little bit of hesitation there. Let's zoom in here. There we go. Well, the Queen of Wands, definitely something where you seem to be one option of many. You seem to be one option of many. Their choices, their options don't seem to be too limited. They have quite a bit of action going on over there. So the King of Pentacles, they have some hesitation in relationships overall. It's not like that they're good with relationships. It seems that they're sort of, mixed about relationships, about where they want to do, how they want to attack the relationship realm and all of that. Nomad Trees, what's going on? I need my phone. 2 seconds to get my phone. Okay, so they do have hesitation about relationships in general. In other words, long-term ones. They don't mind the short-term ones. Short-term ones aren't that bad. 8 of Swords says they have some hesitation going in there. Melissa, welcome. And Neelam, welcome. Brooke, what is up? Who else was in Texas? Star Moon, a fellow Texan. The 8 of Swords says they have some hesitation getting into anything long-term, anything substantial. They like sort of the casual relationships. They do have a lot of options. This person is not short on options for relationships. I think they're pretty good at sort of getting in that new relationship realm where it's kind of exciting and you got the honeymoon period and all of that. King of Pentacles, though, says we have some serious doubts about staying into relationships for an extreme time. So have some hesitation getting into that. So there you go. There's the Hermetic Tarot. Anyway, blah, will my offer for the second house be accepted? Let's check that out. All right, blah. Second house offer, is that going to be decent? Is going to be decent or not? Sophia, welcome. Hey, how are you doing? Sophia is right. There is no list. I pick at random. Donations take priority, obviously. If you donate and I totally ignore you, you'd be mad. So they take priority. But after that, I go through the questions in chat and I think to myself, what would be a good one? What would be a good question right now? What would be interesting, right? All right. Second house. That is going to be awesome. Nomad, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. Loving the new tarot card. Thank you so much. This is my big tarot banner, and I just move it around to different sections. I move that banner around to different sections. By the way, this is the Waterfall Tarot. I made this. So if you like this, it's available for purchase. I ship anywhere. So, yeah, Waterfall Tarot action up in chat. Waterfall Tarot action is here. So if you like this, you know, I hand painted everything. It's not digital, it's hand painted. I got it, painted it, got a watercolor set out, and did all of the good stuff over here. Okay, we got the second house offer. Four of Pentacles. Whoa. That doesn't look good. Nine of Wands doesn't look good. Emperor, Nine of Cups does look good. Yeah, I think they got a lot of stuff going on here. One of these is the Four of Pentacles. That sort of points to Doctor. Thank you for your donation as well. Appreciate that. The Four of Pentacles says maybe not. I mean, they do have some hesitation here. It's not something where they're excited, where they're just leaping into the offer. They're like, blah has offered something up on this house. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? The Four of Pentacles seems to be the market's kind of hot. It seems to be a seller's market almost, which makes no sense. But, I mean, indeed, the person next to me sold their house in like a week, which is insane. But, yeah. So there you go. Four of Pentacles says they may have some hesitation taking the offer. The Knight of Wands says that they may have other offers, they may have other advice, they have other stuff going on. So we have some hesitation here. Emperor does say that keep in touch with the real estate agent, try to figure out, you know, what is going on with the offer, what is going on with the house and everything else. Learn as much as you can. The Emperor says you do have command, you do have power and control over this particular thing. So if you want to really get into it, then keep in touch with a real estate agent. Knight of Cups overall says they're going to get a different offer. You're going to have a different place to get. Basically, it's saying no or great hesitation in taking it. So there's, you know, kind of where you have. Kind of where you're at, the Emperor. But I mean, you know, the Knight of Cups is a good news card, believe it or not. I mean, this is a fairly decent card for good news. So they do have other options on the back end there, but it is sort of something where they're sitting, they have enough, they have offers, etc. I mean, they're really hesitant in taking this particular offer. So either no or with great hesitancy, basically. Lillian, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Lillian, how you doing this morning? You were up early. All right, Doctor wants to know about the week ahead. What are we going to do in the week ahead? Doctor, let's find out. I think it's going to be a good week. I mean, I think the COVID restrictions are easing up over here. The number of deaths are like 0 all over the place over here. I think we're looking better. I think we're looking a bit improved, which is where we want to be for sure. All right. Well, Lillian, thanks for dropping in. I appreciate you hanging out with us. Sonali, what is going on? Wants a reading for career. And Nicholas, welcome. Nicholas is from Argentina. I am from Texas, the big state of Texas over here. All right, let's get some cards out here. See what we're doing in the week ahead. Very early indeed. Yeah. Some days, I was woke up and I'm gonna go work out, right? Melvin, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. So I was gonna go work out. And I'm like, I have not taken a break from working out for 2 weeks. So I'm taking the day off. I'm just taking the day off. I'm not doing any workouts. I'm just gonna relax, just take the day and hang out. Okay. Let's see the week ahead. Fortune, I think it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. It's going to be a decent week ahead. It's not like a lot of different things are happening. Death says that you're sort of not necessarily next week, but Death said that you are entering a change period where something is changing, something is upgrading, something is going to come to a conclusion, something else is going to pick up and run where that conclusion left off. So I think you have either a project, relationship, something in your life that is sort of coming to an end and giving you opportunities, other opportunities that you're going to be able to grasp and run with. And that is going to be powerful. I don't think it's necessarily going to happen next week, but I think we're moving into that space. I think you're starting to see hints. You're starting to see some opportunities come up with all of that stuff. Prince of Discs reversed, though, says you don't have a lot of control on the expansion or things that are coming up later, the expansion where we have these opportunities. We have stuff sort of coming in there. Lillian, thanks for joining the family there. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Enjoy your emotes. I think we got 9 of them now. But yeah, the Prince of Discs says you don't really have a lot of control over the expansion, over sort of what's happening in a lot of ways. 7 of Cups, though, says that the situation that you were in was kind of toxic, right? It had some variables in there you didn't want to deal with. It had some problems and not something that you looked forward to very much. But I think that's clearing up. I think you're moving into the next phase. And I think that's going to be good. The week ahead is a lot of hints, a lot of prep, and a lot of other things as we're moving into September. I think September is going to be the month where a lot of different things happen pretty quickly, and that is going to be good for you because you get rid of the toxic situation. Ended up on the last card indeed. Taking a day off, the 4 of Swords, maybe the 4 of Swords has a lot of different meanings. I'll talk about this in my book. By the way, if you don't have my ebook, check out the Etsy store. You can get a 220-page ebook for $5. $5. I wrote it. It is going to be, it is, a lot of stuff in there. If you want to learn to read tarot, that's a place to be. Anything on the growth on my dad's head. Ugh. All right. Let's find out that. Growth on head. All right. Well, before we start, entertainment purposes only. I'm not a doctor. I am not a physician. If you need information on a growth on your head, groin, or anything else, you need to talk to a doctor. Definitely talk to a doctor and not to me. So we're going to do let's say a 3-month forecast. How about that? We'll do a 3-month general forecast for Dad and see how it is going to go without any sort of medical terminology or anything like that, because we don't want to be sued. We don't want to be sued. Being sued is a pain in the butt, I gotta say. Melissa, thank you. I appreciate that. How you doing, Melissa? How are you doing today, Melissa? All right. Get a little general forecast for Dad. See how Dad is going to be doing in the next few months. The Magician is looking good. The 10 of Swords is looking good as well. The 10 of Swords, it's an end of an era. It's the end of something. The 10 of Swords makes an end of something. So if we're looking for a general, that means that that's going to be good. It means something bad that's hovering around, something bad that's floating around could be stuck at the end. It could be coming to an end. It could be coming to a finale, because that's where you want to be, right? That's where you want to be. Shine your light. Thank you for your donation. Appreciate you. So the 10 of Swords says something ends, something that is negative, something that is bad ends. I think that's going to be good. Magician is also good. It's like the work that we put into things is going to make things improve. So it's directly related to seeing the experts seeing the professionals and getting advice, getting the recovery process, asking, what are the next steps? The magician says that we get that going and we have power over that. We have abilities to do that, and that's going to be good as well. So we have control, right? Some level of control over our lives. Now, the Chariot reverse says that sometimes we don't take action when we need to. So we had opportunities to take action. We didn't take action. We need to see the people that we need to see. We need to get the things done that we need to do. The Chariot says sometimes we feel a little bit helpless, and we shouldn't, right? We shouldn't, because this is going to be powerful. This is going to be something that's going to be awesome. So the Chariot says, make sure to take the movement, make sure to take the adventures, the things that we need to be done. Queen of Wands, you're going to be able to do it. There's a lot of doubts. There's some worry, and that shouldn't be there. You're going to be able to get it done. You're going to be able to get your goals and aspirations moving and running. So that is looking good indeed. Looking good indeed. Thank you for your question, and I hope they get better. Good luck with all of that. Melissa, thank you. I appreciate that. Melissa, we will get you the week ahead in just a minute. Right now, we're going with Melvin. In case you're wondering where the Q is, by the way, MW, how you doing? Right here. We are on Melvin right now. So we just got a couple of people in line there. Let's see. Melvin, what does the Spirit want me to focus on? Melvin, let's check that out. Let's see about that. Spirit, focus on. What is gonna be done? What do we need to do with the Spirit? Let's see. What is a good Spirit deck? The Thoth, of course. The Thoth, of course, is the best Spirit deck ever. Nomad, you are in the queue, my friend. You are in the queue. We got you and the drama and all of that stuff. You are next, my friend. Nomad, you are next, my friend. All right. Let's check this out. See what the Spirit wants to do. See what the Spirit wants to do. All right. Before we do that, let's get Nomad's question in the queue. Nomad's question in the queue. Chat is slow, so here we go. All right. It's got another Mean Girls spreading lies about me. How's my rep? Nomad, you gotta get rid of these. You gotta get rid of these Mean Girls. I'm just saying. All right, Mean Girls. So Nomad, is Mean Girls, is that your favorite movie? Is that your favorite movie? I gotta ask, is Mean Girls your favorite movie, Nomad? I mean, I'm just asking the question, because if it isn't, it should be. Okay, let's see. All right, let's find out about this. Anything to focus on? All right. So the first thing is we have doubts about stuff. When we're coming into things, we have doubts. We're wondering, just how powerful things are, just how good our manifestation abilities are when we're moving into sort of this phase of, I need to get things done. We have a lot of doubts. And some of that is not seeing the forest because of the trees. So think that we get involved in matters. We believe everything to be critical. We believe everything to be important, right? Everything is important. And some aren't. You guys sort of, it teaches you sort of pick your battles and figure out what is worth chasing, what is worth spending my time on. Because we don't want to get into a situation where you're just spinning your wheels. You're getting on that mouse wheel. You're riding it full steam because you think critical issues are afoot. And in reality, they're not. So what is critical, what is not, sort of plays the theme here as far as getting things done, right? So the worry aspect, the aspect of, I don't think I can do this. I'm having problems getting this done, and focusing on the problems rather than the solution, that needs to go. It needs to go. Need to have more focus, need to have more, better focus on what is necessary and what can improve us rather than what is worrying us. And again, this card sort of represents being lost within a big group of trees. and we can't see where we are. All we see is the immediate trees and all of that other stuff, and we're not making much progress towards that. Well, we need to zoom out a little bit, figure out what to focus on and what is important, and once we can find that, that's going to be good. Now, the Empress says, be comfortable with sort of, oh, hang on. We got a critical situation over here. Let's see. Oh man, I got a large insect climbing my wall, and it's very difficult to ignore it. Okay, the insect is dead. Sorry. It's one of those days. Just like this insect like crawling up the wall. I'm trying to read, and all I can see in my peripheral vision is this thing scaling the wall. And I'm thinking it's going to get on the ceiling, and it's going to fall on my head. So I got to take care of it. Okay, anyway, sorry. Back to the regularly scheduled programming. The Empress says, be comfortable with where we're at. A lot of times we find it difficult to be comfortable. Best be comfortable where I'm at. The Ace says that you do have other emotional opportunities coming. So if you're wondering, like, where is the beef? Where are the emotional opportunities? I think they are on the way. The Ace of Cups is fantastic for getting new emotions, getting new adventures, getting new things going emotionally, whether it be new friends, new love opportunities, and stuff like that. There is where it is at. Now, Nomad. It's got the Mean Girls movie. The Mean Girls are spreading lies about me. If I'm just going to go ahead and get the Mean Girls movie poster and just put it up. Where is it at? Mean Girls. Hopefully this doesn't go poorly and I get some dirty images on here. I want the Mean Girls. All right, here we go. Mean Girls. Save image as, and we're just going to put it here on the stream. Kodak, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. And MW, thank you for your donation as well. All right, so let's add that as an image, and let's say a new image. Call it Mean Girls, because this is a hot topic. This is a hot topic. Okay, so where did I put that? That is in the downloads directory. Did it put it in pictures? I don't even know where. Oh, I put it in stream. All right, let's see. Where's it at? All right, there you go. There we go. We got the Mean Girl. This is going to be when Nomad Trees has a question. We're just going to put this up. All right. So we got the Mean Girls. Nomad Trees wants to figure out what is going on with that. MW, yes, let me know your question. I appreciate that. In the meantime, what's a good Mean Girls thing here? We could do the drama thing. We could do this one right here. This is a good one for this. All right. So we got the Mean Girls. Indeed. Kodak, let me know what your question is. I appreciate you. I donated through the link. Thank you. If you have a question, let me know. Sunshiny Day, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you as well. All right. So what are the Mean Girls talking about us? What are we going to do about it? How do we deal with this? We definitely don't zoom in. We want to zoom out so we can have that in the thing at the same time. There we go. All right. What do they think about me? How's it hurting my reputation? The Three of Pentacles says they are working extra diligently to get your reputation trashed. They're working extra diligently. They're working hard. They're trying to get it. The Three of Pentacles. They're putting in the work. They're putting in the overtime in order to get it done. They're putting in that overtime. Ace of Wands says that they're making a bit of stride with it. Chariot says they're going to keep going because that is what they do. That this is critical, important to them. It's important that we just chase Nomad around in a circle. We chase Nomad around in a circle until we, get Nomad upset. Lillian, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. we chase Nomad in a circle until Nomad goes crazy, I guess. So the chariot says we're going to continue doing that. I don't see anything that hurts your reputation. I don't see anything that makes other people. There's not really a card with other people in it. The Empress says just to stay focused and don't let them bother everybody. You know, they just make like it didn't happen. Make like it did not happen, and people would just completely ignore it after a while. The worst thing you can do with the Mean Girls movie is act like it's a big deal and try to run damage control. The minute you run damage control, then they know they got you. They know that they won. So you gotta not run damage control. That's going to be the key here. That is going to be the key. Don't run that damage control. All right. Well, basically that's it. That is the conclusion of the Mean Girls movie. The conclusion of the Mean Girls movie. Okay, let's get that off the screen. And let's figure that out. Melissa, the tarot chick, had a question, but I don't know what it was because I have been busy chasing things, climbing my wall. I have been busy with the energies for the next week. There we go. Melissa wants to know about the next week. Let's see. Reading a title next week. Next week, how is that going to go? How is that going to go? All right, what is September bringing? MW had a question. Am I next? Yeah, let me show the list. By the way, this is the queue. So we're on Melissa, and then Shine Your Light, and MW. You are immediately after that. So MW, let me know your question. Maybe you asked it before, but I did not write it down yet. All right, Cosmic Angel, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. In the meantime, let's drag out the epic and most entertaining deck in the queue here, which is the Playful Heart Tarot. The Playful Heart Tarot is where it's at. It is where it is at. JK, just kidding. We are doing donations. We're packed full of donations. It looks like free readings may wait till tomorrow morning or tonight. JK, I am here every single night. So if you need a reading and I don't get to you, please come back. Don't abandon me just yet. Come on back. Come on back and we'll try to get to you tonight or tomorrow morning. So we are here a lot. We are here quite a bit, actually. All right, MW, married professional athlete. Well, there you go. All right, I remember I said you would get an athlete. MW, I remember I said you would get an athlete, but they would be a retired one. I remember that one. I remember that's a unique question. So, Nomad, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your new question is. All right, in the meantime, let's see, Melissa, what is going on for the next week? The Two of Swords. There are some things that you're not noticing. There's some things that you're not noticing as far as next week goes. I think some things are bubbling up. Some things are coming to where you want to take care of it. But the Two of Swords says you're not aware of it. So start looking around and ask the question, what is around me that I have been ignoring? What is around me that I'm not aware of? The Two of Swords, the person's blinded. They're not able to see what they need to know. So we need to put some extra effort around there. Three of Wands sort of reinforces this, right? The Three of Wands, we're looking out. We're looking out amongst the lands, and we're trying to figure out where we're going to go next. So I think that the problem is you're looking out amongst the lands, but you're not really seeing what's happening. You've got a couple of things that are evading your attention. Three of Wands says, figure out what these are. Next week is important. Figure out what these are. Look around, pay special attention, and see what is happening with that. The Five of Cups says, once you figure that out, once you do that again, I think that's going to be a big boon for you, because the Five of Cups says we avoided an emotionally taxing situation. We avoided a lot of stuff happening, and it's going to be important for that to sort of take place. There we go. So that's going to be important to sort of have that take place. The Five of Cups is we avoided a bad situation because we did the extra effort, looking around, figuring out what was going on, and actually getting that done. Ace of Wands says take action on it too. If you see something needs to be taken care of, suddenly you notice you haven't noticed it before, jump on it. Jump on it, leap on it, try it out, and figure out, exactly what you can do to avoid that situation and get that resolved. Don't let it just sort of sit around there. All right. Next up, we'll do the Slow Tarot for Shine Your Light. What will September bring? It's just like the song. What's it? That's Green Day. Green Day. Something about when September ends. There you go. Let's see, S-Y-L, no, not S-T-L, S-Y-L. When September ends, the Green Day song. Let's find out what happens when September ends. We can do that. We can do that with the Slow Tarot. Already brought out the box. I got it ready. I got it ready. Melissa, thank you. I appreciate that. Have a great day. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Get everything your heart desires. This weekend, I am going to start a Breath of the Wild painting. I'm going to paint Breath of the Wild. You're going to do some little fan art this weekend. Do a little fan art. I'm going to get Zelda and Link, and I'm going to paint them. I'm going to put it, so if you're not on my Instagram, you need to be on there. You're going to see all my paintings, all the wild drawings and paintings that I do. It's up on Instagram. You're going to get to see this live. Well, not live, but, All right, shine your light. What will September bring? Well, the Tower says it's going to bring some drastic changes. You may have some big changes coming in for September. The Tower says that a lot of different things fall and need to be rebuilt. So maybe things that you were really focused on, some things that were happening in your life, some things, you're up for some changes. It's in the queue. It's in the queue for changes, so you need to figure out what those changes are. The Tower says everything starts crumbling down. You have one area of your life that you're going to have sort of to deal with. Nine of Coins says you do that quite well. I don't think you're a stranger to changes. I don't think that you get into situations and you are just like, I don't know what to do. I don't think that happens. I think that you are able to handle change. I think that you are prepared. I think that you've had so many changes already that it's not shocking. It's not some amazing thing that happens that's never happened before. So I think you're able to deal with that. You're sort of able to get it going and get it up and running. The King of Swords, though, says you're going to have to take command for these changes. You're definitely not going to have a free ride as you sort of glide through it. The King of Cups would be there. The King of Cups would be right there with you, though. The King of Cups. But this is not it. We got the King of Swords. It says you're going to have to take command for these changes. You're going to have to figure out how to deal with them, and you're going to have to take the driver's seat with this particular thing. Even if it looks like somebody else may help or may be assistance, you can't hand this off. You're going to have to take command for that, and that's going to be a big factor here. Four of Coins, though. No matter what happens in September, make sure that you're taken care of. Don't give before you're taken care of. Don't give out anything. Don't give out money until you're taken care of. Be careful about what you give. Be a little bit stingy, a little bit concerned about, am I taken care of first? And that's going to be a big help here, because the Four of Coins says a lot of times we tend to, during a crisis situation or another situation, we tend to sort of hand off to other people, make other people happy before we are, etc. Just make sure that you're content and happy before that happens. So there you go. A little bit of changes, not anything too drastic. You're able to handle it well, no problem. You're going to have to take the driver's seat, though, and make sure that you're taken care of. Make sure that you take care of you, and don't let anyone else take that away from you. There you go. All right, a little bit of changes, couple of changes coming for Shine Your Light. How exciting is that? MW, you are next. I have like 50 questions for you, MW. All right, so you want a question about an athlete. So I remember the last time, like we discussed, KM, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Like we discussed last time, you get a retired athlete. So let's figure out, Nomad, Kodak you are next. Kodak, we got you covered. On the next one. All right. And then Nomad NT had a question about any other victims. Any other victims? All right, Nomad, we got you in the queue as well. Okay, so what are we doing here? All right, a question, will we be able to see him play? Will we be able to support? We'll be able to see him play. Let's check that out with the Anna K. Anna K, nothing says professional athlete quite like the Anna K tarot. Let us check that out and see what is going to happen with the Anna K. The victims. Do we have more victims? We're going to get the mean girl thing up there. Dreamy Brooke, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Well, Lisa, it was good to see you. Enjoy the Texas 100-degree weather today, and I hope you have a good day. I got to go out and put, I did not put mulch out. And so I bought some mulch. It's way too late, but I'm going to do it anyway. The mulch is on sale because nobody's buying it. I got it cheap. I'm going to throw it out. I'm just saying, I'm going to throw it out today. I don't care if it's too late. It's never too late for a little more mulch. Just mix up that old mulch and throw some more on top. All right. Be able to support and be able to see him play. We have some crossroads here. They are in a state of flux. They're in a state of trying to figure out what they want to do next. What other projects they have and things like that. They're very focused on that. When they do play, they do still play with friends, the Three of Cups, right? We have friends, we have celebrations. They do still play. Are still active with it, but they take it really easy. Relaxed. They don't go hard. They don't go full steam. They definitely get to see them play because sports is the first love of any professional athlete, and they want to rekindle that feeling too, where everybody's watching them and they are all excited. Dr. Mystical, speaking of being excited, how are you doing, Dr. Mystical? So we have that feeling. The Tower means that they are still trying to figure out what they're doing. So they want meaning in their life. They want something substantial. They want something to lean on. They want something to be excited about, and they don't have it. They're trying to still figure out what to do. They have a couple of failed venues, a couple of failed projects. They're trying to figure things out. They're going to have to do that. Will they be able to support? Absolutely. But, be aware that they are in that flux transition to where they're trying to get into the next thing. They're trying to figure it out, and you will see them play just, lighthearted play. They're not going to go hard. They're not going to go full steam. They are going to take it nice and relaxed. All right, Kodak wants to know, I fear myself sometimes. How do I balance out the Scorpio? I'm not sure, do Scorpios ever balance out? Do Scorpios ever balance out? Kodak, I have no idea. My best friend's a Scorpio, and man, she is all over the place. Let's find out by using the Mons Tarot, though. That's going to get us where we need to be. That is going to get us into that state that we need to be. Dreamy Brooke, let me know what your question is. We'll throw it on the pile. We will throw it onto the pile. Dr. Mystical, you need to give me your address, so I will send you a waterfall tarot. Need to get you a waterfall tarot out the door, Dr. Mystical. All right, let's see. Research coordinator. All right, let's check that out. Dreamy Brooke, how are you doing this morning? You are up early. Okay. Let's see about this. Why do I fear myself? Well, don't fear yourself. Don't fear yourself. Okay. All right, Nomad, we got you in the queue. Six of Cups says that I think that you get in situations that you regret. So you get one of those situations that you regret. You're like, maybe I shouldn't have done that, and I regret that. You need to kind of figure out, though, as far as that's concerned, you do need to figure out what is important here, right? What is important here? Should I have gone into the situation? Should I have done that? And part of that is just you have some planning problems. You get into situations where you should have planned better. You should have planned better. And you sort of know that, right? You rush in there, and you hope for the best. But you get challenged with it. You get a bit challenged with it. So it's better to, what is it? The woodworking, measure twice, cut once, right? Plan it out. Plan it out and get that going. I think that's going to be important for you instead of just rushing in without planning. The Three of Wands says to avoid those situations that are going to be not too beneficial, obviously, but they're hard to spot. Sometimes things look good. Things look really good. Things look really good. Speaking of really good, Sunshiny Day, you are next. Sunshiny Day, you are next. All right. So we need to Three of Wands. We need to measure twice, cut once. And that is going to be the big factor here. Queen of Pentacles says once you get it, it's important to finish stuff. I think you get into situations where you started out, it seems really exciting. It seems really exciting. And you're like, yes, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. And an hour later, you're like, why did I start this crap? What was I thinking? So make sure that you don't get into situations where you have to bail halfway through. Queen of Pentacles is good at finishing the project, getting the project done, getting that coordination. And part of that is planning, right? Like we discussed before. Plan it out. How long is this going to take me? If it's going to take me 100 hours and it's going to earn me like $1, there's probably an issue here. There's an issue. I don't want to spend 100 hours and make $1. So you need to figure that out. Boo Boo is here. What is going on, Boo Boo? How are you doing this morning? So make sure that you avoid anything that is going to be hard to finish. Make sure you measure twice, cut once. And if it's going to take forever, you're not going to finish it. Be realistic. Be realistic. You got to be realistic and say, there's no way I'm ever going to finish that crap. Why did I start it in the first place? Get me out of here now. Make sure you don't do that. Make sure that you can finish it. Make sure you do the twice measuring. Okay, when will the changes at work start? Sunshiny Day. Hopefully you have a sunshiny day indeed. When will the changes at work start? Yeah, Doctor, I know you moved, right? Doctor, you moved? All right, will the bully still be around? All right, we have a bully. Okay, time for the mean girls. We have a bully. We got a bully at work. Let's find out what to do about that bully. Let's find out if the work situation is going to improve. We can do that with a Gilded Tarot Royale. We got another mean girls. Got another mean girls. All right. Sunshiny day. You're having anything but a sunshiny day over there. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just pointing this out. It is Mean Girls night or morning. It's Mean Girls morning. If you're a mean girl, this is your morning. Okay. So let's figure out what whoa, that was a magic trick. You see that card slid behind the other card. What are we going to do here? So we'll take it in steps. We got the Mean Girls logo like taking half the screen. We'll take it in steps. All right. So what do we got for the first cards? Got the Devil upside down. I think the Mean Girls are going to chill out. They're going to chill out a bit. I think they're still around, but they're going to chill out. I think somebody has talked to them. Ten of Swords, somebody has talked to them, and they're going to be handled. It's not going to be a big factor coming in. As far as when do things at work start, I think you're looking at 4 months. I think we're at the 4-month category where that sort of starts the changes. We got some stuff happening. The 4-month timeline is going to be sort of where it starts. Now, the Mean Girls do chill out a bunch. The Devil upside down, you don't have that evil influence. You don't have the bad influence in there. You don't have to worry about it as much as much as you did before. The Ten of Swords says it's sort of a termination or sort of a conclusion to that effort. I don't think the bullies are going to be as prominent. I think they're still around, but they were told to chill out. Will it be positive? Will I be with the people I work well with? The Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. I mean, I think you're in a situation as far as the Knight of Wands that says you're going to be in a totally different atmosphere. I think it's almost like you have new people or you have interesting people that are going to be there. I think it's a reliable place, a reliable work. It's going to be something good happens. The Queen of Pentacles is all about being comfortable with what you're doing, being comfortable, being good with it, being able to finish it, being able to get started on it and be in that space. Five of Cups says that the bad emotions are gone. The bad emotions are gone. It's much smoother. It's much smoother. It's going to be a nice place. It's not going to be too bad. So I think it's going to work out. And we don't need the mean girls. Speaking of mean girls, we're back with Nomad Trees and more mean girls. Nothing says mean girls quite like the Waterfall Tarot. If you like watercolor tarot decks, this is the place to be, because I have created one and it's getting nothing but good reviews. I've had not a single person complain yet. Everybody's getting it. They're excited. They love it. They love it. It's interesting. It's unusual. It is kind of out there, right? Watercolor Tarot. Waterfall Tarot is my deck, by the way. You can pick it up in the description. I got a link. If you would like to pick this up yourself and do Mean Girls readings, you can. I permit it. I permit Mean Girls readings with my deck. It's okay. So let's figure out how we're going to do this. Nomad Trees wants to know the Mean Girl follow-up. Any other victims? Any other victims? What is going to be with that? Any other victims? And, what's going to overall happen with that? Ace of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. I think it gets to a state where I think they've obviously, if people talk bad about that stuff, Word Girl, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. I'm a Virgo. I'm not hiding anything from you, Word Girl. We'll get you in just 1 second. Thank you for your donation. Ace of Pentacles says they do have other victims. When people are mean, they just keep being mean to everybody. They don't, they're not picky. They're not picky. They're not like, I want to be mean to this person, but not this person. They have multiple victims. Ace of Pentacles says they are working on that. They do have other victims. Six of Wands says nobody cares. If you talk bad about everybody at work, nobody cares because they know you're going to talk bad about you too. They're going to talk bad about you too. They're not picky. They're not picky. So yeah, they do talk bad. Nobody cares. Six of Wands, people are over it. Nobody cares. People want to work and go home. They don't want to deal with all that garbage. Queen of Swords says they are indeed mean. The Corella de Vil. Interesting thing about the Queen of Swords is her meanness comes from just the way they were taught, right? They've had a rough life. They've had problems. At the end of the day, that's just what they do. It comes naturally to them. They are mean. They are mean indeed. You got the Queen of Swords. She's just mean. She's Corella de Vil. Overall, the Ten of Wands says, again, people notice it. People aren't dumb. People recognize the annoyance factor that comes along with mean girls. I don't think they care. I don't think they care anymore. I think they're like, this is drama. I don't want to deal with it. I just want to go home. I don't want to see the Mean Girls logo. I just want to go home and do my work. Anyway, so I think we have knocked everything out in the donations until Dreamy Brooke. Job as a research coordinator. Dreamy's got that going on. Dreamy, we got you in the queue there for me. Let's see. All right, I like the research aspect. Big crowd people. Okay, Lillian, forecast for the next week. Let's see about that. LC, week forecast. See how that is going to go by using. I would say that the Shadowland Tarot. It's going to be a good one for the next week. Going to be a good one for the next week, and see how that goes. See how that goes. Mean girls that you grew up with. Either way, they got all sorts of victims. They got all sorts of victims. That's how they were brought up, you know? They were told that that's what you do in life. You talk bad about people. Talk bad about them. That'll get you everything that you need in life. You just got to talk bad about enough people, and suddenly you'll be successful. Not. All right. Let's zoom out. We're a bit too zoomed in. We're a bit too zoomed in. Okay. Let's see about that. We got a week forecast. Queen of Swords does say that an interaction with somebody that's not exactly optimal, an interaction is going to be eased up. It's not going to be as bad. It's not going to be something you need to worry about. The Queen of Swords reversed says that interaction, the negative interaction that you've had, is going to go away. It's going to be a little simplified, a little bit better. Things are going to look better as well. The Two of Pentacles says you have a choice next week that's not really a choice. It's almost like somebody decided it for you, or somebody zoomed the camera in. There we go. Or somebody decided it for you. It's not much of a choice. You get into the choice. You're just like, this is not something that I had planned on. Not something that I had planned on, kind of, right? The Two of Pentacles reversed. You get into a choice that's not really a choice. Eight of Pentacles says, keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Keep on the path. You're on the right path. The Eight of Pentacles says you're doing steady work. You're doing reliable work. You're doing work that is beneficial to a lot of people. Eight of Pentacles says, keep it up. Emperor says, make sure that other people aren't making decisions for you next week. Focus on your own decisions. Focus on your power. Get that going. Because a lot of times we get in a situation where we're just like, I'm not really sure what to do here. But you're going to have to figure it out. If you let somebody else take it over, if you let somebody else figure it out, you could get into a situation that is not good for you. And you want to make sure that you have that command, you have that control, so you don't get into situations where other people designed it, other people are forcing you into something. So keep your power, keep your command, and that is going to be where it's at. That is going to be where it's at for next week. Lillian, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate that. All right, you have a galactic team. Cosmic has a galactic team indeed. I know just the deck for this one. Cosmic, let's see about that. Galactic team, what do they want to say? What do the galactic team want to say? And of course, you knew before I started, you knew before I reached up, we're going to go with the Star Tarot for the galactic team. That is going to be where it is at. That is going to be where it's at. This thing is super warped. This thing is all kinds of warped. I need to put it under a book or something to shake it out. Put it under a book, maybe? I don't know. The galactic team. What do they have to say? Star Tarot will tell us. It will let us know. It's going to throw down. It's going to throw down the galactic team messages. What do they want us to know? Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. Don't hang on to bad relationships. I mean, you may have a mean girl. You may have a mean girl situation. You may have one. You may. You may. It does say that we have an Eight of Cups. We need to abandon relationships that aren't doing us good. If it's making you feel depressed, if it's making you feel terrible, you're down all the time, you're not having a good time, consider maybe I shouldn't be in this relationship. Maybe I should move on. Maybe I should ignore this person. Maybe I shouldn't take that in. Eight of Cups is all about abandoning things and moving on. And moving on. It is currently closed. Mimir, it is closed, but we're back tomorrow morning and tomorrow night. So the Eight of Cups says, yeah, you may want to abandon some relationships that you're in because it's restricting you. It's restricting you. The Eight of Swords, you're getting into situations where you're not able to do what you need. You're not able to be free. You're not able to move about like you need to do that. Eight of Swords says you are being restricted, being held back in many ways, and you don't need that in your life. You don't need that in your life all the time. Maybe that is not going to be good for you. Empress says you're also not too comfortable with the situation. In general, you're not too comfortable with the situation. The Empress says maybe being reversed. I should look for how to get more comfortable in the situation, how to get more command, how to get more power, because the Empress is a leader, You want to find out about the taking command of your stuff that's coming in. The Nine of Swords says ease up on the worrying as well. A lot of times we get into situations, we're trying to move forward, and we're really worried. We're like, I have no idea how to do this crap. I have no idea at all. What am I going to do? You don't need to worry too much about that. Life, the universe will take care of you in a lot of ways. Just try it out. Give it a shot. Don't worry. Don't worry. Because if you're sitting there worrying, you're not making much progress in life. So give up on the worrying. Do what you need to do rather than worry. If you worry about it, your time is better spent doing it. Even if you completely fail, even if you fail horribly, you might as well give it a shot. As long as you don't lose anything. Obviously don't gamble or something like that. It's going to lose everything. But you're going to take a risk, get out of your comfort zone a little bit and see what happens. All right, what do you see coming from me in love? KM needs some love. KM needs that love, that affection. Give me some love. Give me some love. Word girl, you are 2 away. You are 2 away. Word girl, there you go. Word girl. We are here, KM, Dreamy Brook, and then Word girl. And then we are done for today. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. As we say in Texas, I appreciate you. That's a Texas thing. I am from Texas, by the way, and I appreciate you. Word girl coming up in 2. In 2. Let's see about what we're going to do with the golden wheel. Hopefully you don't have mean girls. Hopefully not. Okay. So, KM, what do you see coming up in love? I see it zooming the camera. 10 of Wheels. Queen of Cups. I think you have somebody coming in. I think we have somebody coming in. Somebody new, somebody interesting, somebody that's going to be pretty cool with this. I think they're a water sign, and they're definitely somebody that is more of an emotional type person. They talk about emotions. They feel really deep emotions. They're really good at also communicating as far as emotion goes, what they need, what they have. 10 of Wheels, so this is going to be a good relationship, sort of a midterm relationship. We're not exactly a short term, not going to be like a month-long relationship or any overnight or something like that. It's going to be a midterm. It's going to be many-month relationship. It's going to be a key factor for you. The 5 of Wands, they just got out of another relationship, though. They got out of another love. And they're still hung up over this person. So you're going to have to hear the annoying other person's stories and whatnot. But if you can get through that, that's going to be all right. The 5 of Wands is that also being reversed. They're not keen on combat. They don't like arguments. You get into an argument, they'll just say whatever, and they'll walk off. So they're not keen on arguments, which is going to be a problem during a long-term relationship where now you have to work out problems, and you can't because you start talking about them and they walk off. So you're going to have to deal with that, find a way to do that. The 10 of Cups, they do sometimes have some depression issues where they just sort of get down and, they need some confidence. They need your support. So be able to be supportive of this person. That's going to be a key factor here. Again, the Queen of Cups, the water of water. They're very emotional. Keep track of that. Keep a knowledge of that in the back of your head, because if you come at them with logic and reasoning, they're going to just throw you off. It's not going to be a situation that is going to resonate with them. They want to talk emotion. So talk, I feel, I think, this makes me feel, and do that. I think that's going to resonate a lot more with them than something like, you should do this, some demands or something like that. So yeah, you definitely want to do that. So talk about, communicate with feelings. And I think that's going to be a big a big factor here with that. So, I mean, they are pretty cool. They are pretty cool. I think you end up getting it, and it's very an emotional relationship. It's going to be all right for you. All right, Dreamy Brook, and we got one more. We got Word Girl after Dreamy Brook, then we're wrapping it up. We'll be back in 11 hours. I'm back in 11 hours. So join me then if you didn't get your question answered today. I'd love to throw down some cards for you tonight. Cards. Throw down some cards for you tonight. The great state of Texas, no income tax. It's hot all the time. It is hot all the time, but that's okay. That's okay. You know, it's a little brutal some days, but you gotta put up with it. You gotta sort of relax with it and go for it. See what happens. All right. Everyone loves demands. Indeed. All right. See what we're doing here with the Dreamy Research Coordinator. 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, Page of Cups. I mean, King of Pentacles says it's good money. It's good money. You're not going to be broke. You're not going to be broke. We have the 5 of Pentacles after that, though. Says that the investment, the initial investment, the initial money dump that needs to be sacrificed is quite a bit. It's not cheap. 5 of Pentacles says that startup fee, that startup initial move that you have to make is going to be quite a lot. 6 of Cups says if you're looking for something emotionally to where it's like, ooh, this is really fun. This is not it. This is not it. This is something that is emotionally taxing. It's like I don't get to interact with people a lot. I'm sort of behind the scenes. I'm doing stuff on the computer in a room and nobody else is around. It's like you don't get a lot of social interaction. You don't get the emotional component that you need, right? You sort of see this as the Page of Cups as well. It's a lot of alone time where you're kind of looking forward to talking to people, hanging out, relaxing, you know, being at work, going out with some coworkers, getting a drink, doing all the fun stuff we usually do at work. Page of Cups says we don't really get those opportunities. So it's a very lonely, emotionally isolated type of thing. It is a big investment to get in. Once you get in, though, it's decent cash. It's decent cash. So there you go. I mean, in other words, it's okay. You do have some downsides with it. It's decent cash, but you are on an island. You're a bit on the Dreamy Brook Island. All right, final question of the day, and we're getting out of here. Word Girl. What is that Virgo hiding? What are they hiding? Why do they need to be so secretive? Well, I'm a Virgo, and that's what we do. I mean, I'm just telling you now, I'm a Virgo, and that is what we do. We like to hide in the corner. We like to hide in the corner and be like, you know, if we hide back here, nobody's going to see us. All right. I'll be back in 11 hours. If anybody wants to come back, I'm not sure why you would, but if you'd love to come back, I'll be here. I'll be here. We'll throw down some cards. Tonight, Saturday night is always extremely busy, by the way, so be prepared for that. So this morning, if you thought this was busy, wait till you see tonight. All right, let's see what we got. Let's zoom in and see what we got for the Golden Tarot. Move that over. We got some. What is the Virgo hiding? We do hide stuff, I gotta say. 10 of Swords. They do hide stuff. We see that. Let's see. There's an interesting thing here. They're not good at moving forward. They're not good at moving forward. In fact, they're not good at a lot of things. They're not good at quite a few things. And they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that they're a page. The Page of Wands loves to start new projects, loves to get things going, loves to move that love forward, wants to get all the hearts, wants to give you hearts, wants to fill you with hearts, fill you with all of these good things and tell you that everything is going to be all right. When in fact, not so much. You know, not so much. Maybe things aren't going as well. They really don't know what they're doing. Page of Wands, I'm new. I'm a newbie. I'm not sure how things go sometimes. Ace of Coins, I want to start it. I want to start it. I want to get it going. I want it to be awesome. I'm not really sure how to do that, though. I'm going to take some wild guesses, maybe. I'm going to take some wild guesses. I'll wing it. Sure, I'll wing it and hope for the best. Is that going to be a good situation for you? Maybe not. So be aware that they don't know what they're doing a lot of times. Nine of Swords, they don't worry about it either. In other words, they're going to go into a situation, they're going to throw down. They're going to throw down. And they're going to pray it works out. The Nine of Swords is all about the nightmares, the worrying. They don't worry about it. They throw down and they hope for the best. When it doesn't work out, they just move on. They don't sit there and wring their hands in anguish and worry. They don't do that. They just keep going, which could be non-advantageous for other people involved because they don't really know what they're doing. So if you're looking for, it reminds me of if you've ever watched Star Trek Next Generation. I know that's forever old, but whatever. There's an episode in season 7 where the doctor and the captain can read each other's mind. And so the captain says, we're going this way. And then the doctor says, wait a minute, you don't know that that's the correct way. And he says, well, yeah, that's true. Sometimes you just have to have confidence and lead and hope it works out. So that's basically sort of the theme here. So the Ten of Swords says, you have a lot of doubts about this person. You saw the red flags. You saw the red flags already. You've seen it. You don't need binoculars. You don't need anything to investigate it thoroughly. You've seen these red flags. You know they're there. So it's basically a lack of caring sometimes, and it's leading without really know where we're going. So that's basically it. That's what they're hiding. They want to appear confident. They want to appear like everything's going to be okay. A lot of times they have no idea what's going to happen next. I have no idea what's going to happen next at all. But, you know, let's go for it and see what happens. And sometimes that's fun and cool. Other times, not so much. Other times, not so much. Anyway, I'll be back in 11 hours. Thank you so much for all your donations. I appreciate you. We'll see you then.
A collision of decisions whirling in my heart, and my vision, a rescission, has never been this hard. I got wasted when I tasted the sweetness of your lips. We're not ready, we're unsteady, I'm stuck inside.